Hey everyone, thank you for being here. We got attendees. Oh, wow. The most handsome guy in El Salvador. Okay. We got 20 people here now. We will get this chat stuff rocking and rolling, and everyone can chat. Everyone can chat. So, where is everyone calling in from? Standard early question to vamp so more people can join us. I'm in LA.
El Salvador.
Boom. Sean, you're in like, is it cold yet over there?
Yeah, there was frost on my car this morning, so it's getting cold.
Um, that's that's chilly.
It's not a lot of
I'm
snow
com
yet though, so that's good.
No.
Chase, we woke up to a blizzard here in Utah.
Fuck.
So mountains are getting some powder.
Where are you at in
Is
Utah,
everyone
Ty?
In Salt Lake City, so
Nice.
just south of it in Draper.
Okay.
so are you guys excited to get snow so everyone can start skiing and stuff? Or is it like a fuck, dude, it's still early kind of situation?
No, so excited. I think once November hits, it's like, all right, let's see how much snow we can get so we can get up in the mountains.
Okay. That's good. That's good. And it's like half and half here. In the part of LA I live in, it's just ridiculously hot. And so we kind of have had like the mosquitoes all die. And so now it's like, okay, we can live now. My ankles are very excited that it's cold because I have like just a kind of a nice ring of ankle biter mosquitoes that just went to town. Um, so more people will trickle in, but I think we could probably get started. The what we're gonna do today is a little different than just jumping in and ripping landing pages, but make sure everyone is happy. Thank you, Justin. I'm happy they're gone as well. And someone Allen's in San Diego, best city in America. Not biased. Um, we're gonna talk a little bit of go around the room, do some intros from everybody, especially some new faces. We have Ty from Redo, we have Adrian from Fave Solution, um, and we're gonna go around and see what everyone is thinking in this last 2 week lead up to Black Friday. And I know everyone's starting early, but like the Super Bowl, we're in the playoffs right now. Super Bowl is in 2 weeks. So like during the playoffs, what can you do to optimize so that you win the Super Bowl? Um, and so I will start and get us moving. My kind of big one is if you have a product that's over $30 and has any level of complexity to understanding what it is or how you're doing it, go focus on making your FAQ something that's really digestible. Not too many points because people are going to be moving really fast during this period and trying to make things, but have that first one or two things either say very distinctly what you do, who it's for. Um, you're above the fold should do this already, but let's just say you have someone who's a little more browsy and diving deeper. And then if your brand does this, I would recommend, even if it doesn't, have something that's a little more relatable than the kind of standard, I pulled this off a legal website kind of FAQ. Like use that language, but also you could essentially throw your copy that you want to do into ChatGPT or Claude and say, hey, I want this to be funny and relatable and also follow all the terms of service that are in on my website. You can throw the privacy policy doc in there so that it doesn't use any words that can get you screwed. I also, and this is for later, but I am talking to a SaaS company that is doing all ADA compliance for websites, and they have AI scanning and essentially gives you reports on how much accessibility and everything you're done. So if anyone wants to talk to them, I just met the founder last week, and I checked out their tech. It's pretty mind-boggling. So if that's something you guys are thinking about, just email me, chase@heatmap.com. We can talk about it. But that's my first one. And I'm gonna go to the old dogs on this call just so that we can warm up everybody else. The man in El Salvador, what are you thinking people should be like based on the stuff you're seeing in with all your clients? What should people be doing? What's a quick win they can get before Black Friday starts?
I'm not gonna follow your rules, Chase. I'm just gonna say don't make massive structural changes to your website right before. Focus on the small details and the clarity around messaging because we've got a lot of brands that were like rushing to get redesigns done before the holidays. And I'm like, as much as we'd love to sell you a bunch of audits this month and get them implemented, hold off until after, to make those big swings, because it's going to be stressful enough. So clarity around messaging. Keep in mind, you're going to have a lot of probably first-time customers coming through the site. So making sure that they understand what you do, like back to the basics, what you do, the offer, why you do it better. But yeah, no massive changes, and crossing your fingers at this point, I would say.
What he's not telling you is that the prices are changing after Black Friday as well. They're doubling. So he's saying don't shop until we've updated our own website and our own pricing grid.
No, but you can absolutely buy the audit now. Get the designs done, get them in the pipeline for post holidays and in dev, and you're good to go. Now's the time actually to buy an audit.
I will post
Still
my
not
I'll post
implemented.
my affiliate link in the chat after this for
Exactly.
everybody. Yeah. Sean, what do you got, dude? Just completely contradict Taylor, please.
No, I'm not going to contradict him. I think the main thing that I see in this time is people get super focused on how do we optimize the website, which is totally fair and something that obviously that we help with. So I hear it a lot, but I think so much of that optimization is copywriting, and from the ad to the site, having that consistent narrative of like step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to purchase is really important. And so I think a lot of brands focus on, okay, what's wrong with our existing product page or landing page? And they're worried about optimizing the user experience when 75% of that is copywriting, whether it's a title or the actual descriptor copy or a button label, things that can be changed in seconds. And I think those things are free to change, and they're not going to create bugs like Taylor's saying, like you're not going to break anything. So I would say at this point in the month, focus on optimizing those items and don't focus on changing actual like critical, anything that where you have to actually touch the code base or something where it's custom. I think people often look at the page and say, how do we optimize this for this ad strategy we're running? I would almost at this point look at it the other way and say, okay, here's the page we got. How do we just optimize that flow using copywriting, or optimize the ad to suit the page we're pushing them to, instead of trying to optimize the page?
Yeah, I mean, you guys said a version of the same thing, which is really good. I'm saying, dude, it's like if it stacks, if you've heard that saying, like if 9 Russians tell you to lie down, you lie down. Like, don't there's enough consensus around smart people. And I mean, well, no, I'm saying Taylor and I, Sean, I don't put you in that bucket, but Ty, what do you got? Obviously, you're thinking about it from a different angle. Maybe you want to give like 2 lines on Redo and what your kind of thinking is around this, because we're coming from very straight websites.
Yeah, totally, Chase. So just some context, I'm over partnerships at Redo. We're a post-purchase platform that specializes in returns and exchanges. And this might be the stupidest example ever, you guys, but on my way, I was driving in and we're getting pounded with snow. We're getting forecasted like 6 to 8 inches of snow. And you see these guys have these salt shakers. They're going through salt shaking up all of the sidewalks so they aren't slippery and the snow can melt. Like, we know orders are going to be coming in, especially with all the work that you're doing on the website. But that proactive approach of giving a customer a seamless post-purchase experience, where whether they're buying their kid a gift or they're buying something for their significant other, having a seamless return portal experience is something that we're seeing brands are doing everything they can in this moment to try to optimize coming into the busier season.
I love that. I love that. We will, Adrian, I saved the best for last. Sorry, everybody else. I think what's interesting is we're coming from a bunch of different angles. And we started a little more technical and we're ending a little more technical. Like what are you seeing your brands that you work with at a Fave Solution wanting to work on, and what are you recommending they work on? Like, those are 2 different things, by the way, same to Sean and Taylor's point.
So align with everybody else. If it's not done yet, don't rush through anything too technical. Don't go touch the code now. Wrap up by the end of the week. After that, I wouldn't touch it too much anymore. I think speed is extremely important. In terms of every little detail is going to matter. Every millisecond is going to matter. So I would do a few things that you can do without code on your website to optimize speed. Most themes come with some animation options. I would remove any animations, like the fade in, fade out of an image is not going to improve conversion rate, but removing it is going to increase the site speed. Remove or decrease the number of products you have on your PLP. Having 200 products on your PLP is not going to improve conversion rate, but it's going to slow down your PLP. So remove a few, I think 48 is probably enough, even maybe 24. And then look through your apps. Any apps you're not using on your store, remove it. There are chances that these apps are slowing down the websites. So these are the three things I would do that are non-technical, very low risk, and that might help increase the site speed of your site.
That's super useful. We will have that clip and that information for everyone if they didn't have that afterwards, but I think every single person gave an incredible answer. What we're going to do now is go into obviously people can ask questions as we go along with this. So if there's any questions you have that are pertaining to this specifically around Black Friday, we're available to answer those in real time. But now it's time to start sharing your landing pages or any things that you want. I think what we will probably do is focus based on all of our recommendations on what you can do to optimize, what you can optimize for it based on what we're talking about. Okay, so we have one right here. So let me open this up and I will share my screen and let's go. Okay. You guys can see this?
Yep.
Great. Okay, so this is Rare Beehive. So I got this pop-up in the time between I opened this and shared my screen. I on a personal level I just hate this so much. But I'm always let someone give you an action before you ask them to do anything. And so that is either you've hovered for longer than 3 seconds, that's not real action. That's not an engaged session, or they have taken some like 30% scroll. Like if I've gotten to here, our edge, I've shown some intent that there is something there. So that's first thing. So guys, how do we feel about this? And I'm going to move to mobile view as well after this, but above the fold wise, how are we feeling about this? Adrian, like animation, is this animation to you? Is this valuable?
No, but that's an image, and I mean it's a GIF, so I think that would be fine. I would make sure
Okay.
all images, including animated one, are optimized, and but usually Shopify is doing a pretty good job at that natively.
Okay. Gents, how do we feel about these random flowers? Like I get it, it's Manuka honey, which is from Hawaii, but it doesn't say anything about Hawaii here. So like this is kind of random to me.
I
I
don't
don't mind,
mind
I
it.
don't mind, sprinkling in some brand, like a
Mhm.
little bit of added color here. I think the main
Yeah.
thing that's bothering me, and this just maybe I'm out of touch with the honey game, but the headline assumes I know what Manuka honey is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
not your typical Manuka honey. My first question is, I'm like,
What
fuck
is
is Manuka honey? Like my wife has 4 types of honey in my house. I don't have Manuka honey, so I'm like, what am I missing, right? Like if this is the best of Manuka, tell me what Manuka is.
Yeah.
The only thing I think we've maybe looked at this site before.
Yep.
I know that like honey lovers, I don't know who they're targeting, but it may be people that understand this. But even as you go down like the 512, 261, like it is like in-depth honey. So
Yeah.
the whole brand behind it is very like you got to kind of be into honey. But I agree, typically it's like what is Manuka honey? But if these customers are coming from Manuka honey lovers and know everything about it, because I know there's some like serious honey
But I would
aficionados.
imagine, sorry, I'm gonna butcher your name. Valger? Sorry. The person who submitted the site. I would imagine that you're not targeting Manuka honey lovers for Black Friday in every ad. right? Like you're gonna have people coming in here that buy their honey at Costco and they don't know what the hell this is.
Yeah. I'm always wary if you're trying to do something around this time and it's a if you know type situation. That's not
Yeah.
great. By the way, just a call out. Very nice job on this being responsive. Whoever made this website, nice work. Especially with the GIF image there. I can't tell you how many times I open up I inspect someone's website and this doesn't actually work. So we're sitting here saying some things that are a little more negative is the wrong word, constructive. And I want to give you some good feedback. I want to ask a question before we go too deep into this. If I do shop now and I'm here, how do you feel about this, Ty? Like as an offer, as like a mechanism, how does this strike you going into this time of year?
Yeah, Chase, like I feel like the demographic they're going after it might resonate, but I think it
Mhm.
would be nice to have like some logistics of like when you do buy it, what takes place after there, or what
Mm,
do other customers say about that?
yeah,
A lot of the jargon here, like I don't know if I don't know my honey game.
yeah,
I don't know what GMO, I don't know what any of that really means, to be completely
yeah,
transparent. Um, that's just kind of like off the hook. That's what I'm seeing.
yeah. I guess this would be an interesting question to ask whoever submitted this. Like, is this only for the in the know honey folks? Like, is this inside baseball kind of stuff? Because I do like the beginner kit. That's very cheeky and cute. Um, but like you said, there's a lot of information here that might not be relevant to if someone is just coming straight off of an ad. And I can't see the chat. So does anyone see the chat if there's any information they're giving us directly about this?
No, but
Not yet.
that's the case, right? There's a ton of opportunity if it is for general market because you
Yeah.
can just be more clear with everything. Because like I said,
Yeah.
I love the brand, but the brand is almost trumping the conversion journey a little bit.
Yeah.
But if it is like, if it's like for wine drinkers and it's like the specific thing, it's like I already know this, then you know me kind of thing.
Yeah.
But just targeting new acquisition, yeah. So
Yeah.
much more clear.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Then we can. What do you got, Adrian? Go for
I
it.
think overall, I had a little bit that feeling with the hero section, but as you scroll through the page and as you go to the PDP, it becomes obvious there is way too much information and too much copy. I'm never going to
Yeah.
read through all of that. It's overwhelming. So we
Very.
need to reorganize it, cut it down so that it's digestible. Because as is, especially if it's new customer and it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and you're shopping left and right, you're never going to spend 10 minutes because I would need 10 minutes to read through all of this.
So, by the way, just a little thing. This section right here, this little thing you have here, this is really cute. This is an ad right here by itself. This Manu kinda just because honey really like this. Absolutely, you could do something with on your like upstream on your ads getting here. And you could also play a lander like this, an us versus them lander type situation. But like, look at this. I want to do this, but like, what are the three things, right, that matter across all of these? And so I think, Adrian, to your point, like, I wonder if if you just scraped all of this text and then went to a best in class, not even honey, but just a best in class product and did like how many words are on this page versus another page, you would find that this page, given its length and like singular purpose with one product, has probably 5x the amount of words versus somebody else. Like there is a lot you could do here. So, okay, we're saying we would like let's just focus on the above the fold here because this is where most of the traffic is going to go and see what would stop somebody, and we'll move to the next one after this. What would stop someone from bouncing right away from this, being like, I don't know what, like to your point, Sean, your first comment, what is Manuka honey? Like that, like if I'm the one trying to find this honey or I'm clicking on this ad, if I see this, I'm deuces. Because I've seen it in the store, but I kind of don't really care to read about it unless you give me a reason, and I don't have one here. The best one, okay, what is it though? So how would we change the copy here to everyone's point if we're just going to keep this image? Because I do like this image a lot. What would you focus on here?
Where did you find that comparison chart? I'm looking around the site. I can't-
Yeah, it is on the homepage. It is this RB versus others. So it's
Okay.
underneath the subscribe and save.
I mean, me personally, I think it doesn't need to be overkill. Like you do have a lot of selling to do because at least in my honey purchasing experience, this is quite expensive. So, I mean, I do get that there's going to be some selling that needs to happen for a new user that's never tried it. But I would be pulling in some of those key factors from that comparison chart into that heading copy. So instead of more marketing fluff like 100% organic, 100% Manuka versus 100% syrup, right? Pure sugar. Single crop from New Zealand. Obviously, don't focus on the price there, but focus on those things that set it above the shit I'm talking about, like someone's going to buy from
Yeah.
or from the grocery store.
Yeah.
Rather than just, you know, the current headline, or subheadline, as you experience the richness of pure Manuka honey, you're not just tasting sweetness with every drizzle, you're elevating your well-being. It tells me something, but it's not very specific. If I'm going to click there and then see a, you know, $88 a jar price point, I need a little more, you know, selling to get me there to not be sticker shocked.
To be
Okay.
honest, like I would love to see a landing page that is like introduction to Manuka and why our Manuka is better for those new customers, because
Yeah.
I think it's tough to hit both customers that are Manuka aficionados and you're like, this is why ours is better because they already know about it. But trying to do all that at once is difficult. So I think what Sean said kind of is the short solution for that. But I think in the future, like a landing page that is fully focused on new customers to this and why Manuka is great and then why yours is better.
Okay. Anyone have anything else before we move on? I think we have some good stuff that Val can take from here.
And if it
Okay.
sounds like a daunting experience to trim through the copy and get to the essence, leverage Claude. It can make some amazing things for you.
I agree. Claude is better than chat for a lot of this stuff. So all right, we'll stop the share there. What other websites do we have? Let's see. So we got Rare Beehive, we have Jackson Whole Fly Company. This will be fun. Okay. Share. I love Jackson Hole. Okay. All right, we are out here doing it. Okay, so we're going to start the other way around. I will go into what the actual like shopping experience is, but if you were just a person off the street coming to this website, what would you think?
I think
Oh, I sneezed. Sorry. 1 second. There you go. Sorry, Ty, go ahead.
Bless you.
Yeah, no, I'd be like instantly, I know exactly kind of what they're gonna go after. I can see the guy fishing in the background. They got their fly fishing begins here. So it instantly makes me want to see like, okay, what products are being offered? Are they rods? Are they, you know, flies? Is it baits? Is it bags? So like off the cusp, it's like I wish that the hero image was just a little bit smaller so I could get a tease of some of the products that they're offering on this initial glance. That's my first take.
How about you, Adrian? What do you got?
Details, but I'm having issues with the contrast between the copy on the hero and the actual image. So
Yeah.
I would introduce more contrast or a hero where there is a distinction between the image and the copy.
Sean Taylor, what's your guys' first gut reactions?
I think this is there's so many different sports like this that are resurging, for lack of a better word, where they're becoming more, everyone wants to learn something new. And I think where they somewhat missed the mark here is that subheading, we make buying great fly fishing gear easy. Like, I mean, are you talking about because it's e-com and you're not going to a fishing store retail? Like, what are you doing to make it easy? I don't imagine there's many online fishing brands that couldn't say they make buying things easy because you're buying online. It's quite easy. So you're kind of just wasting copy there and wasting time because it's a website. It's kind of like, no shit, you make it easier than retail. But when I scroll down, I see they have these amazing combo kits. So if you could scroll down more, Chase, keep going. So right here, keep going. What the hell? Did you skip it? Go up. Sorry. Right there. The guy fishing. The guy fishing. So they have kits designed for, are you just getting in? Are you an expert? And they kind of, to me, that makes it easier, right? If I'm new to this sport, I don't want to go figure out what the hell I need. Like, I want to go through and there's this perfect little kit for me that has everything I need if it's my first time, everything if I need it's my first time going to maybe a certain type of stream or type of fish I'm going after. To me, that's a positioning of what you do that makes it easy. But just saying you make it easy isn't enough because that just makes me think you're saying, well, I'm a website, so I'm easy.
Also, this is a great gift around this time of year.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
pretty-
100%.
Also,
100%.
small thing, but your color contrast on your buttons is not even close to accessible. White on that green. I'll run it through the thing right now and share Chase a screen cap you can show just so we can show them the difference. Give me 2 minutes, but someone else go. That's just one thing to call.
I think just.
What about
addition-
you?
I think just in addition to that, like, again, this is a operational and unit economics thing, but this basics starter kit, like even in the navigation for Black Friday and stuff, like maybe having a, you know, just a single call to action for that starter kit, if it's worth it, could be key because it's such an entry point for one, a gift or for just everything you need. But bigger off an entry to the brand for hopefully getting a customer for life if they get into it. So again, if that's something you're really trying to push, but I love it. So yeah, just like a jumping off point instead of just a general, we sell fishing stuff online type thing.
100%. Okay, so let me go here. I want to just see the shipping so we can get some feedback from Kai on this as well. Let's go here.
Quick comment.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you go back one step?
Sure.
So at that point, I landed on the homepage and I already clicked somewhere. I don't think there is a need for that hero, which is just pushing the content below the fold. Get rid of it and let's get right into it.
What if you
Yeah,
press
the
shop now?
expectation. Same thing. Like, look at this, guys. If you're in, hold on, let's do this actually just in real time. If you're in mobile, look at how much you have to get to your first combo kit. That's a fucking disaster. And I know you're optimizing some SEO. You can push this down the page. It can exist. It does not have to exist in the above the fold or in bucket 2 on your page. Adrian, what were you going to say?
And on top of that, there is a CTA on the hero. So there is a risk
Yeah.
for people not to understand there is something down there and click and then be somewhere else again.
Same page.
Yeah. Well, hold
Oh,
on.
same
Did this
page.
go? It went to the same page. Oh, that is
Delete
just
that,
complete waste of space. Yeah.
Them right
This
into
can
the kit.
this whole thing can go, and you could just go to combo kits.
Yeah.
Because they already know, like everyone has said, but Adrian made the great point. If you're here, fly fishing, shop now. I don't need another image of this. That's interesting too, right? So it's still unnecessary. But this is to just the shop all page. That what I went to before was for the this is a direct combo. Okay, that was to the combos page that Sean, we were looking at together.
When
Here,
you
this
clicked
one.
that first combo link, Chase, was that advertising
Yeah.
the start kit?
Yes.
So I would if
This one.
that's a specific kit, I would just take him straight to the wherever that guy fishing in the lake, where the river was. That took him to the collections for kits. But if there's a specific beginner's kit, I would take them straight to that product page from that
Yeah.
link. And then the kits,
Yeah.
they take the kits page and we follow all the information we just gave you. But if I'm already sold on getting interested in the starter kit and then you're taking him into different kits, if they're not all starter kits, I'm a bit confused there. But
One of the other things you can do is if you want to show some of this kit in action, you can have a lifestyle image if you have it as your initial your initial image within this product catalog scroll you have here. Or you can have it as like image 2 or 3 just so people see it, so that there's some hint of this thing in action.
Even better,
If you don't. Oh, fantastic.
Custom
And there has to be people sending stuff. What do you guys like for what software do you guys like for someone sending UGC in? You guys have any ones that you like for Refunnel?
Refunnel's more CGC, so it's like all customers, and it's
Yeah.
a shop app you plug in. It automates the incentives to, you know, post real reviews and stuff. So you get
Yeah.
a ton of real reviews from customers. It's not like a content creator that's, you know, you're shipping a box to or whatever. So
Yeah.
you can still curate them. It goes into your Shopify backend and you can just pull in what works. There's a ton out there. I just am familiar with Refunnel, so
Shout out to Teef. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up on my screen share results. Okay, so Ty, I'd like to get your feedback on like this whole, if it's this time of year, how does this bundle and save options, shipping in installments, like this feels pretty bloated here, no?
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bloated where I have my kit on the left. I'm not positive what's going into this kit, and then there's a few other
Hmm.
bundles I can add in, which kind of makes
Yeah.
me doubt, like, does this kit have everything I need to get on the river next week?
Hmm.
And then another thing is, like, especially with this time of year, just with the holiday season, I feel like this is a perfect gift that, you know, a grandpa's going to give his grandson, or maybe a dad to his oldest son. It's like, what if this doesn't work out the way they want? I'm not seeing a clear way of like any assurance around maybe like a return policy, like maybe kits are non-returnable compared to just a single based item.
Yeah.
But just the confusion around bundling along with the kit kind of just intimidates me as a shopper.
I think that's a really interesting point. I guess Adrian, on like a technical level, then we'll go into design. Sean, Taylor, how do you feel when people have this really bulky kind of bundle, add to cart, shop with pay, more payment options, like all of this? I almost feel like unless I'm really here and I just hit add to cart, I'm gonna be like, dude, I don't want to think about all of this shit, right? Like it is if the person is in, like it's almost this should be here, and then you can have all of the other stuff if people are in consideration mode on everything. Like AOV upsell is a bit of a challenge here. What do you think?
I'd much rather see like one, what's in it, just bullet points of what's in the kit, that you'd probably scroll down into whatever. But if you keep that above the add to cart, as opposed to like, you got to read
Oh
this
God.
entire thing this includes here. If you just slim that down and put it above the add to cart,
Yeah.
at least they've got everything they need to know about what comes in that kit without having to count the items in the picture. I would much rather use that than those upsells, because they're still decent upsells, but I think they could probably be done in cart. And you're getting them a little further down the funnel as well. But
Adrian, you were going to say something as well?
In my experience, the other option, like the quick checkout, especially on these price points, are not going to be used. So I would stick to just one main CTA, add to cart, rather than having the buy with Shop Pay and the more payment options on the PDP.
Yeah. So I have a question for you guys based on our the rare beehive that we saw. So they did a nice job with all of their icons. So this is I'm taking this and throwing it in Claude and saying, give me this in 3 lines. I don't want to deal with this shit. Right? And I understand there are the fly fishing aficionados. I'm not one of them. I would buy this and go fly fishing, actually. If Sean and Taylor would ever invite me, I would go. But that's an inside joke. Sorry, everybody.
You still didn't meet up with us. So
No. You told me 6 hours before you're leaving that you were there. You're like, oh, you want to come out here? 3 hours away. You tried to break things. I wonder if like a rare beehive type icons with these 5 things up here around the add to cart would be interesting. And it would incite people to want to scroll down and figure out what those are in detail. But at least you say like, oh, silver tip thing. Let's just call me like non-expert, not even prosumer. Like I'm just a dude off the street who wants to have my river runs through it moment, right? I don't necessarily care if there is a silver tip thing, whatever it is, but the fact that it exists, I'm like, well, the Jackson Hole Fly Company, silver tip, absolutely. I'm going to be that guy on the river that has the best gear. If I want to get browsy and look more, then we scroll down. But like you want to give options, and so you have a better opportunity. Adrian, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Can you scroll down past the long description?
Yes.
So there is more below. So what I would do,
Oh,
Yeah.
and
oh,
that's,
I like
yeah,
this.
I would probably have 1, 2, 3 lines, and then everything is in a read more in an accordion, so that I don't have to scroll this much to get there, because that's
Yeah.
very useful and more easily readable information, in my opinion.
Awesome. Anyone else have anything? I'm gonna show that accessibility thing, Sean, as well. We'll go to the next one after that.
Just, I mean, I have a lot, but I'll try and keep it to a couple things. Okay, so you already tell them that shipping over $100 is free. Why the hell are you saying shipping calculated at checkout? Why aren't you saying this order ships free? It's $190. It's over the shipping threshold. Pretty simple there. Show them what's in it in the images and, like Taylor said, in bullet points. This confuses me. It makes me think that I'm adding the bundling stuff as variants. Your product images are broken into all individual images of every item. Just have one overhead shot like you're packing for camping, label everything. It's really confusing. This is targeted at beginners. I don't know if that's a pair of salad tongs or what the fuck that is. I'm just confused everywhere here. The content below, I'm gonna guess 99% it's for SEO because there's 8,500 links in it. Just a note, the very first 2 links you get to in that content are 404 links. I didn't check the rest, but I'm guessing a lot of them are 404 links. So it's probably not helping with SEO at all. Like if you scroll down to the very first product, it shows it comes with the silver tip fly rod, 404 link. Pretty much all the products that it clicks to are 404s. So probably not helping you. Okay, go back up, go back. Maybe I'm clicking the wrong area. Go up, up, where it says includes. Up, 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 up. Right there. Click that first one. What the hell? Why is it giving me a 404? Maybe it's because I'm in Canada. Okay, ignore that one. And then just that content below the add to cart, just organizing it a little bit better. It's just kind of like each one of them has their own design system, and they could easily just be like 3 icons, or like that review is really awesome, but like it's forcing me to read more and gives me a ... to like click in. Like just put it in the image gallery as the full review, add a fishing photo behind it of a woman fishing. Like there's so many little things, like almost none of the things I'm saying are code changes, right? It's like add the copy plus free shipping beside the price, remove the shipping thing, add details to the images with little line items. Like this is targeted beginners, so I'm saying me, the target. I don't know what those scissors are for. I don't know is this nail clippers? Like I don't know what any of this shit is. You got to inform me.
That's the key thing, Sean. You're saying is if it's for beginners, like you got to go deeper. Like even the length of the rod. If I'm a beginner, it's like picking a snowboard. I have no clue what length I should be fishing with or what the benefits are. So just having some information, quick information, and even in the product image carousel, right? This is why you should choose this length. On the other things, like on actual like performance flies and stuff, where it's people that are fly fishermen, then you can speak their language.
Yeah.
But if it's a beginner product, you have to remember that this person, the product title is like 9 foot, and then I don't know what the second part was, but I don't know what that means. And I'm sure if it's a beginner, they wouldn't know either, or why it's the right one. But just a little more info on that.
There's two things that happen a lot of times with these kind of websites in general that I'm always when I have something that is a very deep product there is a beginner, to your point, Sean, earlier, a beginner kind of audience starting to show up and want to be involved in the sport. but it comes from a more advanced place. The person who started the brand, especially for something that is this specific, is not a beginner and is someone who loves this product. And so they're going to give the detail as a lover of the product. So for instance, we go deep on CRO. Like Adrian, at the beginning, you gave a few tips that were like easy, anyone can do it tips. These are not the things that you would do necessarily, like if you were in the console, but they're like, hey, look, anyone can do this today. And so those titles are that is literally you taking whatever's in your ERP system or in the back of your Shopify and just putting it there instead of thinking about what the actual title should be for the beginner. The other portion of that is I think we all miss, or a lot of the brands that we see and talk to, I'm sure everyone here has dealt with this, is they could tell you who their audience is cold, but they don't actually think about it when they do any of this stuff. They're writing the website for themselves a lot of the time. And they don't actually go and say, hey, my audience is this is what, and honestly, you can literally do this in Claude where you say, hey, here's my ICP, here's my audience, here's all the information I have about them. Here's the text that I have for my landing page. Does this make sense for this audience? Will they understand? And it will be like, no, it doesn't really make sense. This is the changes that I would make. And even if it's 50% better, that's 50% more understanding that your target audience would have. And so if you're for beginners who are coming from cold traffic, you're going to need to really change a lot of this up because they're not going to have any idea. And you essentially have to take them to fly fishing school rather than just understanding it off the street. Ty, I think you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I feel like it's just so feature packed, like the 9 foot 0 inches, 5WT silver tip fly rod. It's like, holy crap, what does that do? I just want to know, like, am I going to get tangled up fishing with my buddies if this is my first time?
I'm gonna look.
And then the other thing is like, there's so much valuable information packed into this description. I wonder if they put like a concierge type service or like a little AI snippet that's like, hey, chat with our product. You could type in and say, hey, like, what rod is in this package? And then the feature will automatically come up based on that conversation. We've seen a few brands use it internally at Redo, but there's a ton of different SaaS products that do this. And I feel like when you have a product that has a learning curve, like fly fishing, maybe snowboarding, skiing, the ability to kind of like chat back and forth with this product is much more beneficial than a huge Harry Potter book trying to read through every single detail of it and figure out what's relevant and what's not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a just random side thought that beginner kit, I think, like if you had your own landing page for that, it gives you the flexibility on getting a little more basic and not outing the customers that you're, are pros. So like, I think that would be such a great holiday offer. Again, this is not something you might already be doing it, but like really focused on like, this includes everything you need to get in the river and like, it's got everything, right? And then you don't have to like go through the site and pick apart these little things. You can speak to the professionals and use the landing page for like the beginner kit. So, and Chase, back to your point, most brands we work with, it's because they loved whatever product they're selling and they built a business around it. The whole point of, not shameless plug, audit is to give you a fresh perspective because you're so damn close to it that you cannot get out of being a pro at it. So from a design perspective, like even if it's not us, just have somebody go through your site. Like, does this make sense? You're not a pro at this. Like, do you understand what this means? It's super helpful, whether it's your emails, ads, anything, just an audit from an outside company is super helpful.
So, by the way, I think it is Michael Bauer asked us if we have prompts for Claude of how to write better. Mark, this is great. Thank you for volunteering. We don't usually go this deep on stuff if we're not really down with the product. You have all the tools here, first of all. So like this is a good tapestry to paint with. We also Adrian just did this and I did this. We'll send this in a follow-up with prompts that you can use in Claude to help you figure out your website copy and work through that. Okay, so really good stuff, and I just took a screenshot of it, Adrian, so I'll have it on my team type it up and we can send it in a post follow-up with everyone, and we go to the next one. Yeah, what's up?
You share that color contrast really quick. 'Cause it's
Yeah. Let me grab that. Super important.
just for everyone to see how big of a difference it is with a simple.
All right, let's do this here. Okay, and boom. You want to
Like-
talk through this?
Yeah, like you can see the current one they have, the white is a 1.78, which I mean means nothing, but if you just compare it to the second one of a 12, right? It's 6 times, 7 times more accessible. And all that's saying is it's easier to read, right? And
Yeah.
especially at Black Friday, they're looking at how many different ads a day, they're getting pushed everything. Like you have their attention and they're swiping and they're scrolling so fast that everything needs to be so crystal clear. So just if you change nothing else before Black Friday, just change the text on your buttons to black and you'll see an uptick.
Yeah, pretty much all the things we've commented on so far are non-risky things that you can do right in your Shopify. You don't need a developer, just
Yeah.
message clarity. So
By the way, we'll send out this recording afterwards. Another Claudism I would do is I would take this transcript and Mark, if I'm you, I would say, hey, for the fly fishing site, what are all the recommendations? And then you'll just get a list of all the recommendations, and it will literally take you like 90 seconds to do it. And if you struggle with it, just email me and I'll create a Loom for you on like an SOP on how to do it. It's not hard. Again, if I can do it, anyone can do it. That's the rule around here. Okay, we have let's see. So I have someone who is in Q&A who asked. So this is from Diego. Diego he's not ready for Black Friday on his website, but he wanted us to look at his site and give some recommendations on how he could do his final touches for it. So I wanted to just put that out there for everybody. And Diego, if you let us know in the chat if you're still here, just so that we know that like how much time to spend on this. And I will share my screen now. Here we go. Okay, so I have one first thing beforehand. Like this is really nice looking. It also first, I mean, maybe we I don't know what Klaviyo plan you're on, but if we get the plan that doesn't say created by Klaviyo, it's good. Second, this kind of blends with the image in the back, right? Like I know this is here, but I almost am missing this because it feels like it's kind of an extension. This feels kind of messed up a little bit to me. Anyway, that's just a little thing there. I'll pause here. So I'm gonna move to in about a minute, I will move to what the mobile view looks like. We started with Adrian and Ty last time. I will go Taylor. What do you think of this from the jump?
I think it's just, I mean, generally we would say like, you just got to tell a little bit more, if customers are coming in here, unless you're a household name, like unless you're a Nike or Reebok, like obviously I'm guessing it's a clothing brand. But from right here, it could be a couch, it could be a furniture company. So again, I get the brand, minimalist kind of aspect to this, and you got to walk a fine line there, but just getting a little more into it, right? This is the prime real estate on your site. If somebody's got 5 seconds here before they decide to jump off and go over to Mad Happy or somewhere, what is going to hook them to get them to keep shopping? And luck awaits you is kind of like, I get it. It's cool and stuff, but when they get to this site, especially if it's around Black Friday, what is Lucky Destino, like just a little bit more about it. You don't have to do it in like a massive shout out and terrible design way, but just a little bit more so that people can kind of like understand what it is to get them to the next step.
You're on mute, Chase.
Let's go Ty next. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, I feel the same way as Taylor, where I feel like there's a lot of competition in a space like this, where if you are highlighting the personality of the brand that you are, the exact product that you're selling, it's just so concentrated that they're going to hop off real quick.
Okay. And how do you feel about this specific? Actually, this is a pretty dope shirt. How do you feel about this, like this whole process they've given us here? I also have a question just in general, and Adrian, I'm curious on your take on this offer at the top, if it's clear or not, but that's another thing entirely. Is all of this like free shipping clear here? This 10% off everything. How do you feel about this, Ty, as well?
Yeah, like first off, I like the shirt. Like the design of the shirt is something that's like I would rock that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of like taking away where you're getting like, the discount pricing there on the product page, and then you're also having the banner tell the same story. I almost wish they would leverage the banner to maybe like add a little spice to the existing discount on the product page.
I think
Awesome. What about you, Sean?
I think in these types of scenarios, you're saying pretty much everything you need to say about the product, right? The image, it's one of some of those rare cases where the image somewhat says it all. I think I'd probably like to know what it's made of. Like, is it cotton? Is it spandex? It kind of looks like a crop top. Is it a crop top? I don't know. Again, same thing. Anything that you know for sure, don't fucking give them an option. So shipping is free on all orders. Why are you giving me an action to click on shipping calculated at checkout? Just say free shipping. I would imagine, like most printed tee brands, I don't order, like if I'm ordering a blank black tee, sure, I might order 2, 3. This probably isn't a multiple quantity order. Remove quantity, put it in cart. Add to cart should be a little bit louder. Yeah, other than that though, I mean, for me, these ones are fairly, like, I wouldn't add too much here. It's more taking away a few things.
Adrian, how about you? I mean, we're on a PDP. We've been doing shop all pages, but I think it's valuable considering people are starting to send traffic at this point to collections and PDP pages. So maybe I'll even drop the shop all here just to check it out. Like, how do you
Align
How do
on
you
the
feel?
on everything. What I would add is along the lines of what Sean was saying. You're telling me free shipping in the announcement bar, remove shipping policy from the menu, put that in the footer. And same thing for us, contact and about us. I think these can all go in the footer. And at the top level, it's a small catalog. It's only 2 categories. So I would get rid of everything actually, and I would put t-shirts and hats. And this way they can directly go or shop all t-shirt hats. That's it.
Yeah.
Simplify the menu and really these items, contact, shipping policy, about us. I don't think they have their place up there. That should be in the footer.
Also,
We actually had a good comment also, by the way, which is because these are high priced shirts, is show me what it's made of, show me up close, tell me how it feels. Like there is some opportunity to lean into the quality aspect of this because the shirts are dope. Like I actually send me a code, I'll rock. These are incredible. But I think
show the hats.
JY.
I would show
Yeah.
the hats in that homepage here. I would, if you have an image with the hats on the guys,
Yeah.
they're really cool hats and they're really
Yeah,
popular
this is
now. And I
dope.
think like
Yeah,
just
this
you're
is
just
dope.
showcasing another product that you have, and I bet that would get more people shopping through. T-shirts are
this hat
really
bangs.
competitive, those are really cool
Yeah.
hats. I want to buy one right now.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I'm
and
literally
also
gonna buy one.
in the homepage, we have a few lifestyle shots where you understand the product better, and I think they do more justice to the product. So I would reuse these shots in the PDPs so that you can see how the t-shirt looks like when it's on someone. Because to Sean's points, for some reason the product shot look like they're cropped a bit, but when you see them on a person, it looks much better.
Also, this is moving way too fast.
Oh, you're not falling for
I
that?
thought that was you, Chase.
No, I'm not. I am not touching it. That is just scrolling.
Yeah, you could cut that to 20% of that speed probably.
Yeah, like I have to when I can't even click on anything to stop it. It's just
Chase, we're
rolling.
getting dizzy, man. We're getting dizzy.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep going. See, like this, right? Right, Taylor. Like this is dope.
But also like
That's
I buy a ton of hats and fit is the most important thing. And it's really hard on different head sizes, but just in that PDP, like with the shirt, same thing. Like I got to see it on somebody's head because
Yeah,
just so hard with hats. But like I'm the perfect customer for this hat, but I'm just like, even that picture, it's cool.
Oh.
It sets a style, but like I have no idea if that's on the top of his head, if it's tilted down, if it's,
Oh, dude, I can't tell you how many hats I've sent back if it doesn't feel like I got like a big dome. My head was shaped that looked like Frankenstein.
I got
Essentially.
dropped,
Yeah,
like I put
yeah.
that
No,
kidnap hat on me. I got one in my office.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
look like a 3-year-old in that hat. Like it's like this high, right? On you, it looks great.
Yeah.
but it's just
Yeah,
up
yeah.
there.
Well,
He's showing something.
these hats, what they say when you buy them and you get the merch set up is like 4 big brains, is what they say. So
Not me. Mine's condensed. My use of space is good.
no,
in my-
dude, no, I know you got the you got the what's it called, the Mars attacks, like brain in the back.
It's like
So
indents too. It's just
yeah, yeah, totally.
mess.
Yeah, so like I think whenever you like certain AOV, and this is I'm curious everyone's perspective on this. There's a certain AOV with different products. Let's use fashion as one. When you get into shirts, like this is a really heavy this is a really heavy hoodie. On the website, they talk about the weight of it, and the material and like the difference. So talking about that, I think is a really good point here, just because of what this is. I think on a site where you have 5 products and the Rare Beehive is a great example. Like this is almost like Rare Beehive but clothes, which is you want to lean into what makes you unique, and the style and the quality are the 2 real things that you have. And so the quality, I think JY, that was a really good call out. In general, there's some opportunity to show what it's made of, what it like, Taylor, to your point as well. But I dig this. I think this is what you were talking about, Adrian. This like oh, that's from above. Okay, I'm wrong here. Okay. So we're almost at the end, and I want to get to one more website, and I want also everyone to be able to plug their stuff. So let's stop sharing. We're gonna do a rapid fire on this one. Let's see who we got. Okay, we got Kahoot. Kahoot. Oh, this is nice. This is different. Okay. Completely different. You guys, we're gonna do a rapid fire. Everyone give 1 point, and then we will close it up. Okay. Kahoots. Adrian, why don't you start us off? Initial reactions.
So one thing I often say is we read from top to bottom and left to right. So I rather have my copy and CTA to the right of the image rather than how it is now. Because I'm going to look at the product. Okay, boom, click.
You're on mute.
So move this fellow over here, right?
Put reverse image and
Yeah.
copy and CTA.
This is a weird, like, I know what they're doing. They're trying to do like a depth perception thing here where the dog is looking at it, but there's not enough space. Let's see if it looks different on mobile. Okay. This is a website that was not optimized for mobile. Like this looks a lot better. I guess the question for whoever submitted this site is this a mobile first product that people buy? Are you sending most of the traffic through mobile? And let's see. What is the chat? Is anyone saying anything in the chat about
I
this?
assume it's probably high
I'm going to
percent.
check the traffic
Yeah.
split.
Yeah. So this makes a lot more sense now that I look at it here, but the desktop view is yeah, it's fucked. Let's see. 80% mobile. Justin, very nice. Okay, so 80% mobile. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. All right, let's look at it through mobile then, through a mobile lens, since it's 80% of the traffic. By the way, guys, we do cut these clips up. We do put them online. If you do not want us to show us talking about your brand in this way, we will just cut the clips and it will show. So just let us know in the chat. But I just wanted to put that out there into the world. Someone got angry last time. And what else would you do, Adrian, since we're here on this first bit?
I would stick to simple CTA. Like I don't like the choose options. I'd rather shop now or shop or discover than the choose options. And I think it's
Okay.
not for all products.
Sean.
Some of them have something else. So I would be more consistent with the CTAs on the homepage.
Awesome. Thanks, Sean. I know Sean's got to go. We'll do a quick one on this. Taylor, what do you think of this above the fold right now? And then we'll do time. We'll call it.
Typically, I think you might have said it. My house is a little loud right now. My daughter just woke
Yeah.
up. You already said it.
Yeah.
Carousels, ditch the carousel.
Yeah.
And I think there's just in this pet category, super competitive, and trust is utmost. So just something about why we should trust this company. You know, is there something different about these? Are they sourced wherever? Like, again, I know it's pushing the sale, but just taking them from like 20% off to like, here's our best stuff. I think there's a little bit more room to add some either social proof or some extra kind of, you know, verification or just something.
And Ty, what about you? We'll close off with this.
Yeah, doubling down on what Adrian said, just the choose options as the call to action. Something simpler and maybe I don't know if I love the buttons. The readability of the
Mhm.
buttons is kind of tough.
Yeah.
How small and the black kind of fading into the red.
Yeah.
Those are the
Like this,
two.
like they're trying to make it like wood, right? Like that's the treatment they're doing on it. I get it. I would not, when it's buttons that are gonna make you money, never get too cute with the buttons. That's not gonna help you with the dollars in your bank account. Which is what we care about for you guys. Okay. This was great. Everyone who submitted a website, thank you very much. To everyone who joined us, Adrian from Fave Solution, Ty from Redo, Taylor and Sean from Audit. It was really amazing. Obviously, Redo, we did a white paper that we'll send out to everybody post this event, and you can check out. Is there anything you guys want to give as CTAs to everyone who's joined us today? Ty, do you have anything you want them to do? Obviously, Sean plugged getting a free trial in the chat for Audit. What about you?
Yeah, so we have a billboard here off of I-15 in Utah. Gets about 60,000 impressions. If you want to learn more about Redo and our return platform, we'll throw you up on the billboard for a day to get you some more traffic come Black
Love it.
Friday.
Oh man,
Love it.
that is amazing. That is amazing. I might just take you up on that just for chasemosendi.com.
I was gonna say, I might do that personally.
That's awesome. That's a great offer. And where should they email you to get a hold of you, Ty? There you go.
Yeah, email
Ty
me
Get
at
Redo.
ty@getredo.com. I'll set you up.
Awesome. And Adrian, what about you?
If you need help implementing anything we discussed today or anything coming out of an audit, we're here to do that.
Yeah, I can
Awesome.
vouch for Adrian and team. They've implemented countless audits. They're killer.
No, same.
Don't keep out on your debts.
Yeah, 100%. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Good luck this Black Friday. We'll see you for another one next month. And if you have any questions, just you know where to reach me. chase@heatmap.com. You should be measuring all of your analytics and purchase information before Black Friday. So if you want to get set up, let me know. And thanks again. All right.
And just breathe.
All right, everyone.
Just breathe through this month.
Just
meditate.
breathe. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye.